Readers A32 back for another What's in the Box. Got a big box today. A bigger box, the biggest one I got for this month. And, well, let's just see what's in it. Okay. All sorts of stuff, really. As you'll soon see. So first of all, I have an orange smoking mirror, which has seen better days. It's a little bit crushed for some reason. But yeah, I like smoking mirrors. I do have a second one somewhere. We have the Bicycle Masquerade, which is from Playing Card Decks. Playing Card Decks in recent times has changed ownership. William is no longer owner. I think he's still involved, but he's no longer the owner. And Playing Card Decks has really taken a step back from producing bicycle branded decks or any decks at all. I don't know what plans they have going forward for decks. Then we have this bicycle deck from the Color Series number 7. It's an orangey color. I forget what the name of that one is specifically. And I don't believe they say on the box. But number 7. Then we have a bicycle Disney Mickey Mouse, which is really cool. Of course, they've done a Minnie Mouse deck recently like this. There's, I believe, a Donald one as well. Yeah, there's also a Donald one. There's a Goofy one on the way next. Then we have a bicycle double line dominoes from the USPCC. This is their second version of a domino themed deck. Pretty cool. It's a bridge-sized deck that you can use for playing dominoes. I have another one here from the Color Series. I think this is the cinnamon one. It's more of a reddish color, number 8. Then we have the Bicycle Poker Cats from Collectible Playing Cards, who also has kind of taken a step back from producing decks lately. So we'll see more from them at some point. From Playing Card Decks, I also have the Bicycle Bandana decks. They're pretty nice. They have the Bicycle Dinner Dames, which is from Collectible Playing Cards. Actually, the Futurist Futurist Company, which is the son of Mike, who owns Collectible Playing Cards. So basically, it's connected. I have the Apollo Playing Cards, which are really nice looking decks. These were from a Kickstarter creator, designed by, actually from Revival Design Company. It's by Daniel Nicholas and Jody Eklund from 2022, and Jason Ledane. Haven't seen anything from them since, unfortunately. I was hoping to see more of these vintage reprints, but that hasn't happened yet. Then I have the Bicycle Bonfires, which are really cool bicycle themed decks. I believe this is also a Kickstarter deck. I don't recall who produced them. Then we have another one of the Color Series. This is a green one. I don't remember the name. Number 9. That was a trio of decks that came out. Speaking of orange smoking mirrors, there's the other one with less damage. I have the Ricochet Poker deck, which is actually a bridge-sized deck, but this is from James Ernest and CrabFragmentLabs.com, but I guess JamesErnest.com in this case. It's Hip Pocket Games, actually, but now it's Crab Fragment Labs is his company, and he just does all sorts of card games and other games that he designs, and this was just a poker deck that they designed. It's pretty nice. It's custom. It's okay quality. Printed by, I believe, Drive-Thru Cards. It's just an okay deck. Then we have the Bicycle Deckle decks from Advice and Bicycle. Pretty interesting little custom deck. I have the Vintage Copperhead from Legends Playing Cards, which is also very nice. This is the 5th edition, it says, by A. Haynes. A. Haynes, of course, doing his own custom vintage-inspired decks. He's got one coming to Kickstarter. No, I think it's live on Kickstarter in when I recorded this at the end of April. Then I have the Bicycle Wednesday deck, which is really cool. I'm a fan of the show. Look forward to it coming back. Then I have some sets in here as well. I have the Oaknut, which was from Penguin Magic, with the 2 different Oaknut decks in there. I don't know why this one is backwards, but it is. Get it out. Very cool. Very nice decks. Then I have the Origins, which is from, what's his name? I apologize, I forget his name. Origins cards. Rick Davidson, who has restarted recently with a new venture in playing cards, so I'm looking forward to his new stack whenever that comes, whenever it gets delivered. But yeah, those are very nice. Then I have, this is also a Kickstarter one, the Pocono Modern decks. Very modernistic style decks. Very cool. Of course, you can see reviews of all these on my channel. And then there's these sister decks, which this is not the case for these decks. It's also not the case for the Origins ones. They didn't have cases, but I just put them in here. These, of course, are from Chinese mythology. They're from Alvin Chang, who did not fulfill his last project a couple of years ago now, but it is what it is. These cases, actually, I got with some decks from MERS 67 at some point in time, and I'm just using them for this, which is, fine. And next, I have just a bunch of Magic decks. This is a Gaff deck box, but I just threw a bunch of other stuff in here, so let's see if I can figure out what is what. We have this deck, which is I'm not sure if it's a stripper deck or a something. Let me just see. It's not a stripper deck. It's I'm not sure. I don't see that it's a marked deck necessarily. It's probably related to some kind of magic trick. It does say 807 RTG on the bottom. Forget what that is. I forget what that one is legitimately, but it's in there. Then this one is for, it has a little reveal on it that I wrote on the cellophane, which actually is, it's not on cellophane, it's on a card that is in front of this box. Surprise, with a different reveal. Magic. Sorry, I'm exposing magic. Some people can get annoyed. But this is for, it says threesome. This is for some magic effect. Threesome. I forget what that is. I have here some crown decks. I'm a fan of crown decks. These are, one of these is a stripper deck, one is a Svengali deck, and one is something else. Designed by Fracture Eyes. This one is definitely a stripper deck. Surprise. The red one. I think the blue one maybe is a Svengali deck. Oh no, okay, this is an invisible deck is what it is. I can feel it. Surprise. I believe it's an invisible deck. And then the other one is, should be, is a Svengali deck. Alright, so those are those decks. Kind of cool. I have the Arcane Gap deck. I have the Black Tiger gaff deck. I have this, I believe, is the Trilby deck, as I wrote on it, which is for a certain type of magic effect. I got this, which is a Houdini trick where you lock the cards up and pull a card out magically. Like this one. This is also a Houdini deck. It also has a hole on it, and it's got the handcuffs that you handcuff the cards with. This one used a like ribbon or something, I recall. This is just a bicycle gaff deck of some sort. This one I'm not sure. I didn't write on it what it might be. It's still in brand new deck order, so I'm guessing that maybe this is just an extra deck that I have, maybe. I'm not sure. It's in new deck order. However, this tells me that it is a gaff deck. That it's short. Maybe it's a short deck. Then we have the Bicycle Carnival trick cards, which is a gaff deck, which is from Magic Makers Inc., who hasn't done much in recent times. Then we have, this is, I believe it's the code from 311. A gaff deck. These are all gaff decks, by the way. The OCD deck, which is from I forget who, but it's another magic deck. The Ultra Gaff, this is the Bicycle Ultra Gaff deck, which is from 311, I believe. Not 311, Illusionist is what I meant to say. This is Diminishing Returns, which, if I recall correctly, is yeah, it's an effect where you sow a poker-sized deck, and then later on it turns into a mini-sized deck. I won't go into explaining how that works, but that's basically what it is, Diminishing Returns. Then I have this Caravan deck. This is something I made myself, and you can see, I made a little reveal in there. But I believe, yeah, I marked the cards for a trick that I saw one time from, I think it was from Zuki, whatever her name was, on YouTube a long time ago. That she taught this trick, and it's made for a specific trick. We have here the Bound deck, another effect. We have here the Anglo Gaff deck. I like Anglo decks. We have here the Edge deck. This is another gaff deck. Forget what this one is. It's listed as WB. It's white something, I think. It is, yeah. I believe this is an effect where it's got some blank faces, some blank backs. I forget the exact effect, but it's like, I believe it's called the White Bicycle is what it is. I got another Arcane Gaff deck, the white one. So we have the black one and the white one. I have this Gaff deck, which I forget who is creating. It is very damaged. I don't know what happened to it. I believe that was shipping damage. I have the Bicycle Arrested deck, which I bought this on eBay, thinking it was some kind of bicycle deck, not realizing it was just like a gaff deck of some sort. It's a magic deck. It does have nice custom jokers. Lots of jokers, apparently. And, yeah, that's what you get. So, yeah, sometimes you see these bicycle decks. I've been avoiding them like the plague. But you see them on eBay, or I've seen them on Penguin Magic as well, that they're bicycle branded decks, but they're actually not like custom poker decks. They're just magic tricks like this one. Then I have this one, which is just a block of cards. I believe This is from the Son Farquhar trick, where he turns a block of cards into a plastic block. I think. I could be wrong. um, then I have the Gaff Ghost deck from Illusionist, and another Ghost deck from Illusionist. This is... Oh, this is the rising card. So you have this deck of cards, and a card will rise from the box. I don't know if I can make it happen. I don't believe it's set up for me to do that, but I'm not even sure if it will work. But it's an effect where you have this deck of cards in the box, and then one card rises up from it. This is just a Svengali deck. This is the Bicycle Mystery and Madness deck. The land, it's actually a marked deck. It's in here. I have... This is a Triumph deck, I believe, for the Triumph deck. Another Gaff deck from Illusionist, the Artifice Gaff deck. Mental Photography is what this trick is. I've covered a lot of them on my channel at some point in time or another. This one is FO, Fade Out maybe? I forget what it is for sure. I prefer when they're labeled. This is the Epic deck, Rick Lax. Don't ask me what that is all about. Mini Teckle deck, which I have a bad overview of on my channel. Actually, this is the Ultra Gaff, so I'm not sure what the other one was that was written as UG on the bottom. This is the Bicycle Ultra Gaff deck. What could that other one be? I don't recall. Maybe it's the Ultimate Gaff deck. This is the Bicycle Kaz deck, which is another Gaff deck, is what it is. It's a whole bunch of Gaff cards. CAJ Kaz is the name of it, as you see right there. KazMagic.com. So many Gaff decks. I haven't gotten any in a long time. Don't really plan on it. Speaking of another Gaff deck here, the Bicycle Weapons deck. I believe there's a second version of this, but I never got it. This was from Eric Ross. I think the second edition was very similar. Here's another one of those Gaff decks. The other one was damaged. Another Gaff deck. This one has a mirror imaged tuck case, where if you look at this in the mirror, which I just did, it actually looks like a normal deck, but it is just a Gaff deck. Don't remember who did that one. This is the Legal deck. I believe it's a marked deck. Then we have the Decked Out deck, another magic one. Kids cards. I like this trick. I did this one on the channel, which is you saw this deck. It's a deck of cards that looks like it's designed by children, and then you change it magically into a regular deck, which is just a cool little effect. We have another Tally-Ho Gaff deck. This is from Penguin Magic. Really cool. Then we have this Deluxe Special Assortment from Royal Magic, which is just Gaff cards. Lots of double backers and blank cards, I do believe. I think this is a stripper deck. Then we have the Kopeg Free 10. This is also a stripper deck. I have a couple of these Kopegs. Here's a Svengali. And here is a Gaff deck. Which again, probably mostly blank cards and whatnot. I have a Phoenix large index deck, which has just jumbo indexes. This is actually a Gaff cards, knows what it is, but it's jumbo index from Phoenix. I have here as well DMC Alphas, which is from DMC. It's a alphabet deck. As you can see, it's letters. It can be used for certain magic tricks. And then I also have the DMC Elites Pro Gaffs, just Gaff cards. What else do I have in here? I have the Anglo ESP deck. And then I have another Bicycle Gaff deck. So many Bicycle Gaff decks. I don't even know which is which anymore. Another gaff deck, Tally gaff deck from Gaff Card Gaffs, which was from one of the guys at Penguin Magic, so that's how we got that other version later on. Another bicycle gaff deck. Then there's the Geek gaff. There's actually a red one and a blue one here. Murphy's Magic, it says. Just more gaff decks. Visualese gaff system from Mechanic Industries. Everyone seems to do their own gaff deck. This is a gaff deck from Slim Cards here in Canada. I believe they sent this one to me. It's just a deck of cards, but it's kind of like a stripper deck, I believe. Then there's an invisible deck. There is a celebrity deck, which, let me see what this one looks like. It's just a bicycle deck, but it's a gaff deck of some sort. You can see it's kind of like a Svengali deck almost, I want to say. Not sure why it's called celebrity. Then there is well, this is a deck. It's from Magic Makers Inc. I'm not sure what it is. Got a reveal. It's a cartoon deck, as you can see, where you can do a little reveal of some sort. Ta-da! Magic. This is actually designed by like the older Penguin Magic, I believe. We got the bicycle ESP deck, which is from Magic Makers Inc. You got the Copic 310 Gaff Deck 2. Another one of these. This is a Super Gaff. I don't know if the other one was Super Gaff as well, the last one we looked at. The Bicycle Mastermind. Any card, any number. Always a cool trick. Madison Gamblers, which is also a Gaff deck on the loose list. Timeless, which is from Lautrec, if I recall correctly. And this is actually a Gaff deck as well, what I recall. Oh, this is an invisible deck, I believe, essentially. It's for some kind of a trick that they did. But yeah, it's timeless. This is like the original Lautrec deck. It's very nice, very timeless, shall we say. Then I have the Boris Wildmark deck. Of course I do. If there's a Mark deck, I probably have it. If there's a Gaff deck, I probably have it. There's this one, which is labeled as MC. It's a deck where everything is kind of normal on one side, but then the other side is different indexes. So I forget what trick this is for. Something MC. Maybe you know, but yeah, just wanted to show that. Then I have this invisible deck. It's a Canadiana deck. Yeah, Canada. Elbows up, Canada. Which is from Da Costa Magic, Philip Da Costa, who no longer in Magic. Apparently is into talent scouting now. But it's a very nice Canadian deck. Unfortunately, it didn't have more success. Then there is Maverick, which is a vintage deck from Maverick back design. It's bridge sized. And I believe, well, it says Maverick Magic cards on it. I forget what it is. It's a Svengali deck is what it is, I do believe. Or actually, maybe not a Svengali. But it's something, maybe it's part Svengali, maybe it's part stripper. All I know is every other card is a 2 of clubs. Surprise. But this is a vintage deck that I happened upon. 1974. Aldo Ippolito and Company, Canada. Yes. Very nice. Then we have the Bicycle Mirage deck, which is similar to Svengali. There's also the bicycle brainwave deck, which is similar to Invisible deck. There is this one, which I'm not sure what it is. Oh, okay. Well, basically, this is a deck of cards. I forget what the trick is, but it's basically, the cards are, well, I'll show you. If you don't want to look, avert your eyes, but they all look like that, except for the blank cards. It's where you make a deck of cards look like it's all 4 diamonds, and then all blank. I forget what the effect is, what the trick is. And I got this old one from International Playing Card Company in Canada, which is, again, basically a Svengali deck. Every other card is the same. I really like this back design. I used to have a deck with this back design back when I was a kid, back in the 90s. I remember. Always really liked that deck. Then we have another one, bicycle standard deck. I don't know. I honestly don't know what this one is. Usually I label them with what they are. That is Super Gaff. And then there's this one again. I'm not sure what it is. It is Position Impossible, it says, from Penguin Magic. Interesting. So, again, there's a bunch of, like, duplicates in there. It says Position Impossible. I'm not sure if that's the effect or not. Then there is, this is for the 13 trick. There's like a prediction thing on here, magnets. Very cool. And then there is the Intuition deck, I believe it is, for the Intuition effect. The Intuition trick. These ones say C2 and 2C. I'm not sure what that means. But this one does have a little reveal cutout. That's kind of cool. And then there's another 2C one, whatever that is. And then there is the Annihilation deck. Annihilation, another magic effect. Let's see what this C2 one is, if I can. Okay. These must be effects that something that I came up with. So yeah, I got different things written on the backs of the cards. These must be effects that I created myself. I mean, I didn't create the effects, but I made the decks myself from effects that I saw on YouTube. A couple more left in this box. This is the Knockout deck. And lastly, the Around the World deck, which, nice back design. It's from Magic Makers Inc. And it is all about the flags of the world. Nice little effect. So yeah, that is what is in this deck. Mostly gaff decks, gimmick decks, and some other decks. So that is that. This has been a long video. I apologize. The next one will be shorter. I can promise you that. We'll see you next time, folks. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe.